I'd now like to introduce Madai Taylor and Charles Clayton. Thank you for coming. Fighting crime effectively cannot be done just by our city staff and our county employees alone. It takes an entire community. Madai and others have taken fighting crime and attacking the drug problem to the streets in their Pleasant Valley neighborhood. They organized a neighborhood watch program and beautification efforts. His effort has also provided a place for many youth to go for positive after-school activities. With Madai's bold efforts, his group is sending the message that crime is not welcome in his neighborhood. Strengthening our neighborhoods will build a stronger and safer Fort Dodge. Through the innovation, hard work, and dedication of Charles Clayton, his leadership has created and grown the Athletics for Education and Success program. Their mission is to give hope to low-income, minority, and at-risk youth and families in Fort Dodge. Let me give you the score of Charles' efforts. The after-school programming for K through 8th graders is currently serving 70 to 80 youth every day. The summer day camp for kindergartners through 8th graders served 187 youth last year. The traveling basketball and sports camp is serving 40 youth today, with 35 of them maintaining C averages or higher. The Boys and Girls Mentoring Groups for middle school age youth is providing a forum for discussing teenage pregnancy, drugs, crime, and other important youth issues. One by one, Charles and his team are reaching our youth and preventing the crime. His efforts are turning playgrounds for crime back into playgrounds. While we still have a long ways to go to eliminate the scourge of drug abuse and crime in our region, a more holistic approach is being used and is certainly making a big difference. I want to thank you both for your efforts.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Reinvesting for growth. The goal is to maintain and expand our infrastructure to support economic growth. It's obvious our streets need a lot of work. Let me share with you the score in our infrastructure program. This is Chad Schaefer, our city engineer. Chad has just been with us a few months and he has a lot of work to do. And even though he's not an Iowa State grad, I think he's up to the challenge. Thank you. The score. After reinvesting over $1.8 million in Olson Park to complete the band shell, splash pad, and a dry playground equipment, the stage is set for future improvements as funds become available. The Harlan Rogers Sports Complex is now complete. The complex draws more people to our community than any other entertainment or sporting event in the entire city. It is a huge contributor to our economic activity in this region. 2009 will see the first traffic circle or roundabout. This safe and efficient way of moving traffic should be completed earlier this summer. Our old Highway 20 business corridor, 5th Avenue South, accounts for less than 1% of our street system, but actually accounts for just over 10% of the total traffic accidents in our community. There are many existing roadway design and access safety issues that along this stretch of roadway that need to be fixed, and it's time that we do so. Eliminating the clutter by burying the unsightly overhead power lines, improving signage, adding landscaping, and public art will transform this high-traffic area, creating a safe travel area and a fresh new image for our community. 70 to 80% of all the local option sales tax is generated within just a few blocks on either side of this corridor, with the city acting as the catalyst by investing in this retail business area. More private sector retail investment will occur. This will generate more retail sales and a higher sales tax revenue to fund our needed infrastructure programs. Perhaps the most exciting and challenging program for Fort Dodge will be implementing the downtown redevelopment plans. A key driver of this plan is the desire of one of our existing major businesses wanting to relocate in the downtown area. This could make way for a new downtown green space that could be an option for locating a regional life fitness entertainment events complex. Our region is lacking a facility that can meet the physical fitness needs of our citizens and a venue for other forms of entertainment and recreation. Working with local businesses, schools, the college, hospital, YMCA, and the City Recreation Department, we need to address these needs and leverage the resources from each of these entities. We have an opportunity to create a state-of-the-art venue for many activities. Much like the upcoming Aquatic Center, this type of quality-of-life venue is no longer a want of our community, but is a need to help our businesses attract and maintain the workforce of tomorrow. Much of this will be done with private sector funds while maximizing the reuse of existing downtown infrastructure. Thank you, Chad. I'd now like to introduce Jim Bird, Tom Payne, and Michael Payne. Not with us today is Joe Kane, another owner of the establishment that we're in here today. Jim and Tom have been downtown business owners for over 25 years, and Tom's son is now managing their downtown location. We're at their old downtown Marvin Gardens restaurant, currently closed for remodeling. Jim and Tom have told us they are reinvesting in their business downtown because of the exciting things they see coming from the downtown planning process. We look forward to the opening of their restaurant, which will be called the Old Boston's Restaurant and Pub. They hope to open in March of this year, and we thank them for their continued commitment to downtown. Activity breeds activity. What Jim and Tom have started is a sign of more good things to come. We are talking to several other businesses who have expressed an interest in reinvesting in our downtown area as a direct result of the plans outlined in the Camiris Downtown Revitalization Study. Thank you. Financial condition of the city. I'd like to have Penny Clayton and David Fierk join me. Hi.
Hi.
One might ask if we should stop reinvesting in our city because the country is in the midst of a recession. We are fortunate in that our region never saw the big housing bubble and the resulting crash like many areas. While we remain cautious on our spending, as a city, we cannot afford to stop improving our community. Penny is our city clerk and has been responsible for making sure our money is invested and safely used and properly used. David, through his watch in managing our city, oversees the entire financial operation of our community as well. As part of the recent bond rating by Moody's, they wrote, "The city has well-maintained financial operations characterized by a healthy reserve and an above-average amount of rapidly retiring debt. We have $16.7 million in reserves, conservatively invested in accordance with the city's guiding investment principles in order of priority. They are safety, liquidity, and return. Currently, the city carries a very modest amount of debt for a community our size, with approximately $11.2 million of outstanding general obligation debt and $4.6 million of other tax-supported debt. We are only at 32% of our city's statutory general obligation debt limit of $49 million. By holding the line on expenses, we are able to maintain our tax asking at around $17 per $1,000 of property value. This is about the same that it's been for the last 6 years. We have a sound financial plan in place that will allow the city to continue to reinvest in our infrastructure while maintaining a strong financial position." Thank you. Our future. These are exciting and challenging times for our country and our city. While there is a lot being done, there is still much more to do. We should begin to see a lot of physical, exciting changes around town this spring and over the next couple of years. In the highly competitive world of business recruitment, we have no choice but to continuously look for new ways to address old problems in our community. In just 8 months, the city will be deciding on 6 new council seats and a new mayor. It is important we elect leaders unafraid to take on new challenges to drive positive change. Making our city better does not happen by accident. If you are making a living here and you believe you and your family have a future here, then you need to be involved. I encourage young new leaders to step up and apply your skills to improve our city. We need your ideas and we need your energy. On behalf of the City Council, I wish everyone in our region a prosperous 2009, and thank you for allowing me to serve as your mayor. Thank you.